This Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So what we discussed thus far is that if some pure thing is mixed in water and a dramatic change takes place, then as a result of that dramatic change, we will say it is not water anymore. When it makes it thick, or when it takes it out of the name, out of the hukum of water. If it's cooked with it, we've done all of those details. But if you add something to the water and it's still called water, it's it doesn't take it out of the what you call it, out of the hukum of water. Then you can still make wudu with it, right? So these were all telltale signs to see if it is still water or not. The name changes, it becomes very thick, or if, for example, it is cooked or something like that, right? So that's quite clear, inshallah. We can start, and then also we said if the thing is, if it's cooked, then generally a great deal of change takes place as well. Let's read the new lesson, inshallah. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وكل ماء وقد فيه النجاسة لم يجوز الماء به قليلا كانت النجاسة أو كثيرا. Okay, so new masla. They say this thus thus far we're just discussing what we term as ma'e qalil, little water. What exactly is ma'e qalil? We'll discuss it as we go through the sabak. But for the moment, just understand like this: you got a utensil of water, you got a bucket of water, you got a jug of water, whatever, right? So according to us, the Hanafi madhab, if najasat falls in there, whether it is a lot of najasat or whether it is a little najasat, it doesn't matter. The moment the najasat falls, it becomes najis. Whether you see the najasat or you don't see it, whether you smell it or you don't smell it, the moment you got a what we term is maya qalil, a little bit of water, and as we go through the sabak, inshallah, we'll explain to you what is maya kathir. So the moment the najasat falls in there, it will become najis instantaneously. You see, وَكُلُّ مَاءٍ, every water, وَقَعَتْ فِيهِ النَّجَاسَةُ, najasat falls in it. لَمْ يَجُوزِ الْوُضُوءُ بِهِ, wudu will not be permissible. قَلِيلًا كَانَتِ النَّجَاسَةُ أَوْ كَثِيرًا, whether the water was a lot or a little, right? So there's no condition that you must be able to smell the najasat, you must see the najasat, you must taste the najasat. So if you look at it here, the Hanafi madhab is very, very strict in this. From all the madhab, the Hanafi madhab is the strictest. Just the fact that the najasat falls in, you saw it fall in, or you saw somebody drop it in. Yes, you can't assume that, you saw some water and say, oh, what if a child came here and the child threw some najasat in, or what if a bird flew past here and the bird dropped some najasat? Not that, not that. Yeah, we're saying that you're sure that there's najasat in there, right? Whether you see it, smell it, taste it, and it's little water, it becomes najis. Are you with me? And if you look here, you see the Maliki madhab has the most latitude. وقال مالك يجوز ما لم يتغير أحد أوصافه. Imam Malik says, as long as none of the as long as none of the qualities of it changes. So what he's saying, Imam Malik says, this is interesting. Listen to this masla. If I got a bucket of water here, right, and just one drop or two drops of urine falls into that, you won't see the urine. You won't see the color change yellow. You won't taste it. You won't smell it. So Imam Malik says that will still be part. It will still be pure. You understood that? وقال مالك يجوز ما لم يتغير أحد أوصافه لما روينا, because of what we narrated. What we narrated, if you go back, remember this hadith here at the beginning. We said here at the beginning there was a hadith. It goes just here. الماء طهور لا ينجس شيء إلا ما غير لونه أو طعمه أو ريحه. That hadith where Nabi Sam said that water remains clean until its taste, smell, or color changes. Now, we also accept that hadith, but we say that hadith refers to Ma'i Kathir. It doesn't refer to Ma'i Qalil. And we're going to give you our reasons here why we say that refer to Ma Kathir and why Ma Qalil will become najis, right? So, so that's interesting then, huh? So Imam Malik says, even in Ma Qalil, so in other words, what we say with regards to Ma Kathir, what we say with regards to a large mass of water, just remember that word, Ma Kathir means a large mass of water, a large body of water. So what we say with regards to Ma Kathir, what we say with regards to a lot of water, Imam Malik says the same with regards to a little water. But we'll give his answer. And I gave you that hadith, but he said, right. Then Imam Shafi also, he's got a lot of latitude. وقال الشافعي يجوز إذا كان الماء قلتين. Imam Shafi says that also if the water is more than two kullas, then it will not become najis. What he says, وقال الشافعي يجوز إذا كان الماء قلتين لقول عليه السلام إذا بلغ الماء قلتين لا يحمل خبثا. That when water reaches two kullas, it will not carry any type of dirt. So before we can, kulla, what is a kulla? A kulla refers to like a large bucket. I must actually check. I should have actually checked up for you the exact quantity, but maybe you can just Google it later on, I'm sure. But I'm sure, yeah, it must be in the kitab. It refers to a large, so if you got like a dig, when you got two big buckets of water, they are put together, obviously. It's a type of measurement. Remind me, I'll try to give you the exact number in liters tomorrow, inshallah. So, even if a little najasat falls in there, it will not become najis. You understood that? You with me? So I'll just repeat again. Hanafi madhab, if it's my qalil, no matter how little najasat it is, whether you can see it, whether you can smell it, whether you can taste it, it will become najis. But Imam Malik says that even if it's a little water, it will only become najis when one of the qualities change. As Imam Shafi says, my shortcoming, I never checked the exact, I should have checked. When it's a kulla of water, then, like, but I remember from student days, he says, like, more like a day, those big days you cook in. So if the water is that much, two of them put together, then even if a little najis fall in, it will not become a najis, right? That's what he's saying. Because he said there's a hadith, he said, إذا كان الماء قلتين لقول السلام إذا بلغ الماء when the water is صدقا لا يحمل الخبز, it does not carry the khubz, the khubz dissipates. Now here, interesting. What's our proof to say that even if it's a little water, even a bit of najasat will make it najis? Remember when we started the Bab of Taharat, we done the hadith, إذا استيقظ أحدكم من منامه فلا يغمسن يده حتى يغسله. When you wake up, sorry, there's the one hadith, right? But there's another one here that you should. The hadith is لا يبولن أحدكم في الماء الدائم ولا يغتسلن فيه من الجنابة. That if you got stagnant water, a little water, do not urinate in it. So why does Nabi Sallallahu advise us not urinate in it? Because by urinating in it, it will become najis. If it wasn't, if it was not that a little water would become najis, why did Nabi Sallallahu advise us not to urinate in it? You see what I'm saying? قوله عليه السلام لا يبولن أحدكم في الماء الدائم. Nabi Sallallahu said, do not urinate in stagnant water. And he says, وَلَا اغْتَسِلَنَّ فِيهِ مِنَ الْجَنَابَةِ. If any of you in the halat janabat, that means you need a faraz also, not bath in that water also, min ghayri fasin, without any details. So that is, what does it show you? Do not bath in stagnant water. Do not urinate in stagnant water. What does it mean? That if you're going to bath in that water, or you're going to urinate in that water is going to become najis, right? And Nabi Sallallahu never give details to say, no, if it's this amount or that amount, it is acceptable. He just said, he made reference to a little water. When the najasat comes in it, it becomes najis. That's what I'm saying. Then I told you, this hadith which Imam Malik spoke about, he said that the water will not become najis until the color, the smell, the changes. If you study that hadith was actually about bi'ri buda'ata. If you study that the hadith and you look at more details, and this bi'ri buda'a was actually right وما وكان جاري في البساتين. See, والذي روى مالك ورد في بئر بضاعة. This hadith, Nabi also mentioned specifically about بئر بضاعة. What he mentioned about بئر بضاعة وما وكان جاريا, and it was a running, like a well where water runs out from. So we know there's a different law for running water, and there's a different law for stagnant water. So we say it's incorrect that Imam Malik used the hadith for running water for stagnant water. Yes, we also say running water has a different law, right? وَمَا رواه الشافعي. Then Imam Shafi said when the water reaches tuqulla, it will not become najis. We say ضعفه Abu Dawud. Firstly, this hadith is weak. As Imam Abu Dawud from the famous Arba'i Sunan, he said it's weak. أو هو يضعف عن احتمال النجاسة. Or we say, look at the hadith again where it says إذا بلغ الماء قلتين لا يحمل خبثا. When the water reaches two khubath, we say it doesn't mean لا يحمل, it will not become najis. We say it means it cannot tolerate the najasat. It must tolerate, like the najasat will overpower it. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at it, that's actually the proper meaning, which is more in keeping with Arabic. That we, instead of saying it will it will not become najis, it will not tolerate the najasat. In other words, the najasat will overpower it and will change the hukm to being something najis. Are you with me so far? Are you following? Sure. So we answered both as Imam Malik's proof and we answered as Imam Shafi's proof. Now the next thing is this. I'll explain this matter first. If you got my jari, water that is running, right? Then if some najasat falls into it, then even though the najasat falls into it, you can still make wudu there, because by the time you come to make wudu there, that najasat would be gone. That's what I'm saying. The water would have carried away. So even if you got a small stream, it is in the same law as a large mass of body water. It is in the same law as a large body of water. You understand what I'm saying? Because they say what is the way which you identify what is running water. If you took one scoop of water and the leftover fell in, and when you come for the second scoop to wash yourself, that leftovers will be gone, then that will be considered ma'ul jari. So that is ma'ul jari. You understand what I'm saying? So if some najasat fell in there, so by the time you come to make wudu, the stream would have. So here, with regards to my jari, there is no specification with regards to how large the mass of water should be, like how normal in my kathir, there's some specification. There's no specification with regards to how deep it must be. It's just that when something falls in, it will take it away. See there. والماء الجاري إذا وقعت فيه نجاسة. If some najasat fell in it, جازت الوضوء به إذا لم يرى أثره. Wudu will be permissible when its effect is not seen. Why? Because how will the effect not be seen? It's a little water, but the reason the effect is not seen because it's a large mass of water, but the effect is not seen because the flowing nature will take the najasat away. Are you with me? And there it explains the same thing. لأنها لا تستقر مع جريان الماء ومع جريان الماء. Because لأنها, the najasat, لا تستقر, it does not remain in one place مع جريان الماء, with the flowing of the water. So I repeat that if you got a stream, no matter how small it is, if something, the najasat will fall in and will flow away immediately, you can come and you make wudu. There is it. لأنه لا تستقر, it does not remain there مع جريان الماء, with the flowing of the water. And how do we know? Going back to إذا لم يرى لا أثر, that when the najasat fell in flowing water, you can make wudu when you not see the athar. Generally, just keep this in mind. When we speak about athar, we mean wal athar wa ta'mu, you can taste the najasat, أو الرائحة, or you can smell it, أو اللون, or you see the color of it. So if the najasat falls into flowing water to such an extent, all the flowing water, its color changes, or its smell changes, or its taste changes, then even though it is flowing water, then it will not be permissible to make wudu with it. Similar to like our Maya kathir, a large body of water or a large mass of water, when the color, smell, or change, they got a pool. A pool is a large mass of water. If so much urine fell in there, you could smell it, color it, or smell it, taste it, or see the color. or maybe feces fell in so much that the whole wool turned brown, then even though it's my kasir, still it will not be permissible because if the condition is my kathir and my jari, it will not become najis as long as you do not see, smell, or taste the effects of the najasat, right? So, wal ma'ul jari, ma la yatakarraru isti'amaluhu. So, in this ibadah, they explain to you what is my jari. I think my jari is that you will not use it. Now it's flowing so fast that you will not use the water for a second time. If it is flowing so slow that if I take some water and I make wudu and the water that falls down, when I come for my second scoop, the water is still there, which fell down, then that is not my jari. See, well, jari ma la yatakarraru isti'maluhu. Flowing water is that which its use is not repeated due to the speed. And that's not a lot. It's from that you can understand if you take some water out and some as you're taking you wash your face and the water fall back in the river or back in the stream, uh, for that water to be gone when you come back at the same time, it needn't be flowing very fast. Even if it's flowing very slow, still it will be gone, right? Waqila ma yadhabu bitibnatin. And one opinion is if you throw a small like a twig or grass, it will take it away. It will take it away from the, it won't stay in one place. That is enough to classify it as my jari, and my jari is in the same work, hukum as my kathir, and my kathir is the law as we explained. It will not become najis like a pool, which is also my kathir. It will not become najis if the jasad falls in there. Only it will become najis when either you see the color change, or you smell the what you call it, or you taste it. But until it not become najis. So we'll stop there. We'll continue tomorrow, inshallah.